Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm look back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, learning champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we get you ready for a little boys Class 3A sectional final soccer showdown between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Maroons from Moline, Illinois. And a very good afternoon or evening once again. My name is Todd Duke, and we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks, they come into this contest with an overall record of 23-2 under their fifth-year head coach, Rob Luggie, who brings with him a record now that stands at 84 wins, 30 losses, and 4 ties. The Moline Maroons, they come in at 18-3-3. They are under their head coach, Rick Sanchez, who is into his 26th year of coaching the Maroons, and he brings with him a winning record of 351 W's, 163 losses, and 56 ties. Well, how did we all get here? Well, the Maroons, they're the number 3 seed. They beat Joliet Central 4-0 at the Joliet West Regionals. Then they beat the host Tigers 4-0 in the regional championship game, where they played their part in the Collinsville sectional semifinal at Joliet West, where they then beat Manuka 1-0. So the Maroons have won all 3 of their games via shutout, and they have outscored their opponent thus far 9-0. The number 1 seeded Kahawks, they beat Alton in the regional semifinal 4-0, then beat Belleville East 2-0 in the regional championship game, and then they won over O'Fallon in Tuesday night's sectional semifinal here. So Collinsville has also beat all 3 teams for the 3rd time this season. All 3 of those games were also via the shutout, and Collinsville has outscored their opponents thus far in these playoffs by a score of 8-0. So these 2 teams seem a little similar. We had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Rob Luggie. We talked about the O'Fallon game, and of course we talked about the upcoming game here against Moline. We will take a break and pass along that conversation to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are at Kahok Stadium tonight for probably the final time until tomorrow's football game, and final time for soccer. It's the sectional final, and your Collinsville Kahawks are hosting the Moline Maroons. And joining us now is Rob Lugie on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Coach, let's go back to the 2-0 win over O'Fallon in the sectional semifinal. Your goalkeeper, senior Jackson Perrell, only had to make 4 saves, but man, 3 of them were hairy and scary to say the least.
Yeah, the one in the first half was just him and Tyler Lunning. That was a huge save for us. The head ball off the crossbar, that was huge for us. Jackson he was steady all game. He did a great job for us.
They had one of them, the guys clang one off the post down at the far end there, and then on O'Fallon's side of it, man, you guys could have had more goals, but they made a couple of great defensive plays with their defensemen saving some goals.
Yeah, O'Fallon played really well. I think that might have been their best game all year. They were all over us, and their pressure kind of going to go. And we were having an off night, so hopefully we got it all fixed in training.
Trey Peterson scores that first goal just over 4 minutes into the game. Always nice to have that early lead, but that goal that you guys scored seemed to ignite O'Fallon.
It did, because it was 30 seconds right after that was a Tyler Lunning again, got that ball, and miscommunication between Aiden and Jackson. Next thing you know, Jackson's out of his goal chasing Tyler, and lucky he hit the side of the net.
All right, so Reiniger, we've spoke about him before in his goal scoring, but man, what a lead pass to get to Peterson to get that first goal.
Yes, not only can Adam score goals, he's just a really good soccer player. He's got vision, he's got amazing technical ability, and while he loves to score, he's also willing to pass, which makes him a great kid.
Also takes his fair share of punishment out there, doesn't he?
He does. I'm just glad he's okay today. Sometimes I wonder if he should only play shorter minutes at times, because he gets hit a lot.
All right, so quote from the goalkeeper for Moline. His name's Aiden Hancock, and it was out of the local newspaper up there in Moline. Quote, "Our 2 center backs have been locking everyone down. They've been man-marking the other team's best forward, and it's been going really well for us," unquote. Man-marking, explain that to everybody.
Just following around the team's best player, and if they do that, good luck. We don't have 2 just good players. We have 11 really, really talented players on the field and a good bench. So if you try and follow 2 around, somebody else is going to get you. And if you're following kids around, that's leaving gaps in the field. So if they do, okay, works for me.
Does that mean that we could probably expect to see Adam Reiniger kissing the ground a little bit more tonight too?
That's always possible. He seems to draw a lot of contact.
All right, both teams coming into this have not allowed a goal so far in all 3 of their playoff games. I think they've scored 9 goals. You've scored 8. Are we going to see something tonight that's indicative of that defensive battle, if not a lot of scoring?
I definitely think they're a good team. I've watched some game film on them. They have a very solid defense. So we're going to do what we can, try and, spread them out a little bit, move the ball, and hopefully attack and, score some goals.
What have you noticed from watching that game film that you think helps your team tonight?
Pace of play. The teams that they've played do not play with the speed and the aggressiveness that we play with. The games that I've seen, it sounds funny to say, but more laid back, and we do not play that way.
All right, so you guys just, I guess, have to keep up what you normally do to get a win tonight?
Yes, sir. I'm a little stubborn at times. I don't really like to change much. So, we're going to continue to push and defend high and put everybody under pressure and, go from there.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Rob Lugie, your Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting rosters for both teams for you, and we will pass along some more names and some more numbers. All that and more coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on a beautiful, no, I'm just kidding. It's really crappy outside. It's just nasty and rainy and cold and miserable, and it's pretty normal for the end of October around these parts as we welcome in my sidekick, Mr. Brett Borm. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great, Todd. How are you, sir?
Fantastic. Ready for a little bit of soccer action here. Your thoughts on the pregame show?
I think the coach had a lot of good points. I think there's a couple things we're going to have to pay attention to, especially in the first half. Collinsville's nursing some injuries after that last game against O'Fallon, Todd. I know Adam Reiniger's nursing a little bit of a knee issue, and I believe Alex Lorsbach has also got some injury issues going on. So we're going to have to watch that. And the second thing we're going to have to watch for is we're going to have to watch the weather. I'm anticipating we're going to get some weather coming in here, and as you know, a wet ball, wet turf, that can create problems for goalkeepers. You can create problems for first touch. So those are the things I would pay attention to, and then the two different styles of play. Collinsville's going to play possession with pace, and I'm going to anticipate more of a direct line of play with Moline.
All right, and here are your starters for Moline. Aiden Hancock is in between the pipes. He is on the left side of your screen. He'll have on a kind of a dull-looking day-glow green jersey with black trousers. Everybody else on his team, they are wearing the white, and they have maroons as their color. Maroon is their color because, after all, that's their team name. In front of Hancock, you will find Isaiah McDowell, Isaiah Ruiz, Jacob Rumale, Chris Lopez, Nelson Acosta, Saeed Jah, Jager Norton, Diego Gomez, Isaiah Gallegos, and Colin Ducey. For Collinsville, it's the same starting lineup that they had in the last contest. That includes Jackson Perrell in goal, and Jackson was about to get tested there, but a nice job by Alex Lorsbach to come across and help out his defensive partner, Dane Compton, there to get that one to go out of bounds.
I think that's a case of the nerves right there, Todd. That's a mistake you don't see Dane make ever. Young sophomore, high-pressure stakes here in this game. You don't see that too often with Dane. He'll bounce back.
So the Maroons will have a corner kick all the way over on the far side. And we're just underway. We'll give you Collinsville's starters here as soon as we get this corner kick underway. And it is on the way now. It's high, and it's going to come all the way out the other side without anyone touching it. And Compton is going to fend off the guy running behind him, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick restart, and Jackson Perrell will, we just threw it back in, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, sideline. Never mind. Collinsville, Jackson Perrell in goal. In front of him, you will find the aforementioned Dane Compton. Trey Peterson also out there, as well as Adam Reiniger, the team leader in goals. Landon Mahat, Jimmy Crowder, Bryson Bodie, Sam Garofalo, Jalen Wade, Aiden Hensler, and Alex Lorsbach. The Collinsville Kahawks are, of course, the home team in their purple. And Jackson Perrell is all dressed in black down there at the other end between the pipes as far as his goal is concerned. Here comes Wade. Wade circles, and a falling down Ruiz would allow Wade to get there, but the ball got away from Wade, and it comes back all the way to midfield, taken over there by Jah. And then the Maroons, they kick the ball back out to the midfield area and back into the Collinsville offensive zone. Wade, he'll send the ball back over to Crowder, and Crowder tried to send a streaking Reiniger up this left wing, but he mishit it and hit it right to the defenseman.
That was unlucky. It was a right idea, but just intercepted there by that Moline defender.
Reiniger, as we mentioned, he leads the team with 18 goals on the year. Behind him is Jalen Wade with 9. And Jimmy Crowder scored his 9th goal the other night on a PK versus O'Fallon to give Collinsville that 2-0 lead. And now Garofalo will get called with a shove down of Saeed Jah from behind. And the first foul of this game belongs to Collinsville. And the first free kick, besides the corner kick, will belong to Moline. They have a home football playoff game tonight, so they did not have a lot of travelers to come with them for that 3.5 hour trip south. So that's totally understandable. I get that.
Yeah, I anticipated a much bigger crowd, even though it's 2.5 hours, 3 hours away.
Yeah. Home playoff game on the football side, and Jackson Perrell takes care of that free kick. No one touched it except for Perrell, which was kind of strange because everybody else seemed to be on Perrell's right, and he ended up catching it in the crease of his arm on his left. There's Collinsville trying to penetrate the attacking zone. They do so with Reiniger. He's trying to get around Norton. He couldn't do so. And the ball off of Norton's leg and out of bounds. So here is Crowder. Whistle will slow things down. They'll make Garofalo move back up, and Garofalo will just give it up to Mahat. Mahat will throw it into Reiniger. Reiniger up the sideline, chips the ball right over to Garofalo. Garofalo again, right through the legs of one of the defenders, gets it over to Jalen Wade. Wade, he'll shoot it over into the middle for Crowder. Crowder is going to go over to Peterson, but didn't get enough on it, and Peterson never got there before the defender did for the Maroons.
The ball got tangled up in Crowder's feet. Couldn't get it a solid pace ball to out to Peterson.
Perrell hits it all the way down, and Collinsville gets it in the offensive zone once again, but that didn't last too long. Here is Moline. They'll send it up, but a nice defensive play by Hensler. Then Hensler tries to pinch in and meet the forward. He went past him, but then comes back and gets that ball away. Between him and Bodie, they did a good job. And there's a turnover. Here comes Garofalo. Sammy Garofalo coming up this near side sideline. Kicks it out into the middle for Reiniger. Reiniger had to stop and come back and get it, and then just pops one into the box, and no one there to send it any farther, and Aiden Hancock scoops it up, and it'll be a goal kick restart here for Moline. 35-15 left to play here in this first half. Just getting underway. Thank you for joining us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We appreciate everyone tuning in, even those of you from Moline. Good luck to your football team as you settle in for a little soccer action here between the Maroons and the Collinsville Kahawks. Ball gets past the initial defense, goes back to Bodie. Bodie at midfield sends the ball through the circle up to Crowder. Crowder couldn't get anything on it, turns the ball over, and bringing the ball up is Diego Gomez. He scored the only goal in the win over Manuka in the semifinal game on Tuesday night. They won that game 1-0, and that puts them here against Collinsville. The winner of this game will move on to Super Sectional play at Bloomington High School on Tuesday. They'll take on the winner of the Orland Park Sectional between Orland Park and Romeoville. That game got underway actually at 6 o'clock, so they're an hour before us. And last I heard, who had a 1-0 lead?
I'd heard Lockport.
Lockport and Romeoville. So we heard Lockport had the early 1-0 lead. Not sure what it is now, but we'll find out for you.
I think it's 3 or 4 now.
Oh, is it? Okay. Anyway, that's what these teams here are fighting for a trip to Bloomington on Tuesday. Collinsville keeping the ball down in their offensive zone. Here is Reiniger, and Reiniger gets taken down. He just got the guy from behind caught up real quick. Yeah, and he kind of got tugged on a little bit there. No call. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. And the throw-in belongs to Collinsville. It comes right back to Trey Peterson, and Peterson couldn't keep it in bounds.
Couple observations, almost 7 minutes into the match. Does not appear as though Moline is a very technical type team. Their foot skills don't appear to be on the same level as Collinsville. At the same time, Collinsville's coming out not crisp. So let's hope that improves in the next few minutes.
I don't know what happened there, but there was a call against Moline. I didn't see it, but it's going to be a free kick here for Collinsville. And Mahat will take it from about 50 yards out. He pooches it in front of the box, and it's headed back out off the noggin of one of the defenders. And Collinsville kicks the rebound around, though, and here's Garofalo. Garofalo mishit it again. Man, these guys are, I don't know if they're mishitting it or they're indecisive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just not as crisp as we normally are.
There is Peterson. Peterson gets taken down right at the corner of the box. That ball comes all the way out to midfield, and Hensler will track it down first. Hensler and the no man's land between the two benches, sends it back to Compton. Compton will just boot it all the way up the field, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for Jacob Rumali. He'll throw it in, and he hits Diego Gomez with it. Now the ball knocked out of bounds. Collinsville will get it. Peterson throws it in to Reiniger.
Offsides.
And, yep, Jalen Wade was past the defense.
Collinsville's not connecting their passes like they normally do. Usually they're tic-tac-toe, putting it on each other's tape, and to use a hockey term a little bit. But I'm not seeing that. I think they're disconnected right now.
Well, plenty of time left to get it all figured out.
Absolutely.
And Coach Lugie usually does that. Here's a chance for Collinsville again in the offensive zone. Collinsville has spent a very large amount of time in their own offensive zone, and not a lot of time spent in the offensive zone for Moline thus far. Goes right in front of the Maroons bench. Fighting for it over there is Bodie. He'll send it on back to Compton. Compton in front of the 18-yard box that's behind him. Sends the ball upfield past Jalen Wade, past the defense. And now Wade will try to track the ball down. Instead, the defense takes over, and they'll send it on back to Aiden Hancock. And Hancock, the goalkeeper for the Maroons, will send it back out toward midfield. But Collinsville takes over once again. You can see when those guys fall down, all that water that comes up.
Yeah, unusual amount of standing water on this turf, which for new turf, I'm surprised it's not draining better than that.
Yeah, it's been raining for the better part of 24 hours here, though, folks. It's been a steady light rain or a steady light drizzle. Nothing heavy, but it has been continuous for almost 24 hours now, and we're supposed to get the last of it here probably in the next hour or so, and then it'll be out of here, and we're going to have a partly cloudy day for the football game tomorrow, as that shot goes wide by Jimmy Crowder.
That football game's going to be packed tomorrow, I'm assuming, Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Be a good time for these kids.
It will be. First playoff football game here since the 1998 season. Only the fourth time the Collinsville football program has clinched a playoff spot, and we're looking forward to a home game. First time since we started back in 2011 that we've been able to do a football playoff game.
It's awesome.
All the way over on the far side, Collinsville throws it in. Here is Trey Peterson, and that's off ahead and right back into the Kahok bench. So another throw in for Collinsville. Peterson will handle that as well, but this time from one end of the bench to the other end of the bench. He'll just toss it in and get it right back from Reiniger. Peterson sends it up the line for Wade. Wade moves it over to Crowder. Crowder couldn't get it. Wade gets it right back, and then a loose ball. That's picked up and sent back to Crowder. Another nice job there on the slide to keep that ball in Collinsville's possession. Kahawks will send it back to their defense. Here is Lorsbach. Lorsbach sends it over to the far sideline for Hensler. Hensler back into the middle for Bodie. He gets pressured from behind and sends it up to Mahat. Mahat will then send it back to Lorsbach on defense. Alex looking and finding Reiniger. Reiniger tips the ball over to Garofalo. Garofalo looking to get around a couple of defenders. Couldn't do so. And the ball is sent up to Saeed Jah. Jah, he sends it up in the middle and totally confused Nelson Acosta. Acosta does come back for it and sends it across the midfield circle where he'll find one of his teammates, and then it's onto the foot of Isaiah Gallegos. And on the Maroons trying to make a little noise here on the offensive side of things. They shoot one, and there's Jackson Perrell, who had to slide out to his right to take care of that one before any further damage can be done. Well, about 11 minutes gone here in this first half. No score between Collinsville and Moline. Sectional championship on the line with a chance to move one step closer to state. Speaking of state, good luck to Altoff. They started at the same time, and I don't know about that one. That's a wet ground, man. There are going to be some slipping and falling. It's not always going to be because of contact.
Yeah. In NASCAR, that's called shoulder rubbing, right? Or some sort of rubbing.
Yeah. I think so. I'm not a big NASCAR guy.
I'm not either, but I pretend.
Trading paint?
Trading paint. There you go.
Yeah.
My boy Dr. McCluskey standing behind me just making fun of me.
Yeah, laughing because you're funny. Isaiah Ruiz. Ruiz is going to take this shot, and it's straight, no bend to it.
That's
and
trouble.
They'll just let it go out of bounds and off of the head of one of the – are you kidding me?
I couldn't tell who it went out on, but I would like to have seen Jackson Perrell come out and own that.
I thought that one of the guys in white jumped up and hit it off his head and it went out of bounds.
No, that could be.
That's what I saw. Well, and one of the patented Kahawk corner kicks where they're just going to pass it instead. And now a shot, and that one's going to go well wide and out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick restart.
It's Isaiah Gallegos, number 14 in the middle. He's showing the willingness to take shots from outside. That's something the Collins was going to have to collapse onto him much quicker, step in front of him before he gets some shots off.
Perrell getting ready to send the ball back out, and he does so. It's a little low skipper, and that's taken care of the rest of the way by Lorsbach, and then one of the defenders for Moline gets there first. They'll send the ball up, and now they're trying to spring Ja, and a nice sliding tackle there by Compton. Gets the ball back up to Bodie, but it ricochets off of one of the Moline players and back down to the Maroons' offensive zone. Now it's going to go right past Compton, and no chance there for Nelson Acosta to get anything done before Jackson Perrell picks that ball up. Chat box is working tonight, I'm happy to say. I understand we had some pretty nasty stuff the last time. I ain't see any of it until the next day. Here's a chance for Wade. Wade comes in, and it's good!
Yes!
Jalen Wade, as the goalkeeper hand-cut, committed too far. Wade puts a soft touch on it, right over the goalkeeper's head and in. 1-0 Collinsville.
What a beautiful finish by Jay Wade, making the run down the seam. Able to just flick one past that goalkeeper as he's running out to try and cut that angle down. Jay just puts a nice touch on it. K-Hawks up 1-0.
Or Jalen Wade, his 11th goal on the year. And he gives his team a 1-0 lead, second time in a row. Actually, all 4 playoff games Collinsville has gotten the first goal.
Yep. That's been a key to this team all year, is getting that first goal in the first 10, 20 minutes. That sets the tone for the rest of the match.
The Hawks came into this contest on a 16-game winning streak. They picked up their 20th win of the year on Tuesday night. Second 20-win season for head coach Rob Lugge in the 5 years that he's been here. Of course, the other 20-win season was in 2018 when they went all the way to state and came home with the third-place trophy. And the last time Collinsville won a sectional, well, they went to state and brought home that third-place trophy, and that sectional semifinal was right here versus Edwardsville, and then they beat Normal in the final here at Kahok Stadium, and that propelled us to the Super Sectional, which we did, and then to state, which of course we don't do. Now 4 shutouts in a row, 3 in the playoffs, 7 shutouts in their last 9 games for Collinsville. How about that?
It's an amazing statistic. This defense is solid. It's anchored by Dane Compton as a sophomore, but he's got 2 seniors to keep him under control and keep him calm and composed on his wing side. So this defense is good. I say it every game. We just don't allow any shots.
Yeah, and we haven't allowed really much. I think there's been the one, and that was handled by Peril with relative ease, except for the slippery conditions. Made it a little bit more harrowing.
I told you early on in the last, couple weeks, Todd, this team reminds me of that 92 team. What are we on, 17 in a row right now? I think we ran off.
If we were in this one at 17 in a row.
Right, so that's 17. We ran off 18 in 92 to go to the state championship. So this team is so similar.
1991. I believe that today is the 30th anniversary of that state championship, if I'm not mistaken.
That was one of the coldest games I can ever remember.
I think I've seen replays of that on YouTube.
That was at St. Charles. I was not a starter then, but I remember just freezing my butt off on the bench as a junior.
Here is Ja. He works himself around Lorsbach, and then a whistle. And Collinsville will get a free kick here. I'm not even sure. I didn't even see it. Was there a little contact there by Ja?
Must have been. I didn't catch the call.
So a free kick here, and Alex Lorsbach will take it. And he'll send it up the line and out to midfield, and that was almost off of the hand of Reiniger.
It looked like it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey. Throw in. Fans are getting a little bit more upset than I think the players did on that.
Yeah.
That one's tipped all the way back to Peril, and Peril will boot it all the way back out past midfield. Handled there by the defense, and the defense for the Maroons, they'll send it right into their own bench. And it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville over there.
Looks like Justin Hammond entering the game for Sam Garofalo.
Yep. Justin Hammond, the junior midfielder, comes in. Sammy Garofalo to the bench. And a throw-in for Collinsville comes up the line, sent back right to where it came from. And then a header by Compton finds the foot of one of the defenders, or one of the midfielders, excuse me, for Moline. That was off of Hammond's head, and he didn't even mean to do that. There's a bouncing ball, trying to settle it down is Mahat. He does so, sends it back out to midfield, finds Jalen Wade. Oh, that was off of the body and might have been just a little bit too high. Colin Ducey, no call for the hand, though. I guess it didn't hit his hand, but it sure did hit him up high. That ball rolls into the box, and Peril will send it back out. Kahawks lead 1-0 on a goal by Jalen Wade, his 11th of the year. And Collinsville strikes first here in this sectional final. Championship on the line. Collinsville trying to get the ball back and sent back to a 4-line defensive line back there for the Maroons. Here's Crowder. He sends it up into the middle for Jalen Wade. Wade will send it back out front. And it slides. Nice job over there by Trey Peterson. Gets it over to Bodie, and Bodie back over this way now for Crowder. Crowder will send the ball back out front to Mahat. Mahat scoots the ball up trying to find Wade. Instead, it was intercepted, but it goes right back to Bodie. Over to Peterson. Peterson just outside the box comes in, and the ball is sent back out. Trying to chase it down is Bodie over there on the far side, right at the end of his bench. Sends it up the sideline to Peterson. Peterson will try to send it back, and that ball will go out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in. And it comes in. And then the Kahawks send it back to the defense. Hensler to Compton to Lorsbach. All 3 backline defenders touch it. Lorsbach sends it up over here for Crowder. Jimmy Crowder trying to move it up the sideline. He does. Still trying to stutter step. Passes defender and keeps the ball with him, and now it goes out of bounds.
I feel like since the goal, Todd, Collinsville has finally kind of settled in. They're getting their possession game back, taking control of this match since that goal.
Throw in comes back out to midfield. Mahat does the backwards kick, kicks it over his shoulder. Crowder settles it down, but it's knocked back out of bounds by Crowder's opposing number, Chris Lopez, who wears number 7 for Moline. Now a throw in coming up from Jager Norton as Moline makes their first substitution. Heading out is Saeed Ja, and coming in is Sankos Dikpe.
Did you review all these names before this match? Tom?
I ran into one of the coaches who came over this way and go to the concession stand to get himself a Diet Coke. I said, hey, are you a coach? He said, yeah. I said, hey, come over here for a second, will you? I said, help me out with some of these pronunciations. And he did. And I got one kid here who is not playing tonight, and I'm like, phew. There's a nice pass up to Reiniger, the team leader in goals. Sends it back over to Crowder. Crowder sends it back to Mahat. Mahat cuts back toward midfield. He'll send the ball all the way over to Trey Peterson, and Peterson knocks the ball up. Collinsville takes over again. Here is Bodie. Bodie tries to send it over to Crowder. He does so. Crowder off of the body of, that was Norton, I believe it was, and now Crowder with a throw-in. He'll throw it into Reiniger. Reiniger will send the ball up the line, and there was no way that Mahat was going to chase that one down. And another throw-in coming up here for Collinsville as that went off of Dikpe. All the way back out to Lorsbach. Lorsbach sends the ball up to the front of the box. It's rejected and sent back out, and taking over now is Saeed Ja. Ja over on the far sideline. Couldn't track it down, so Collinsville will get another throw-in. Lots of turnovers here by Moline.
Yeah, they're not playing a clean match. As I said, I don't see them as being a very technically solid team thus far.
Run and gun is all they got? Is that what you're saying?
That's pretty much what I think. I think it's going to be a north and south type game for them.
Collinsville doing a good job of keeping the ball in their offensive zone pretty much this whole first half, and we are just a few seconds away from being halfway through half number one. And I would think that maybe for about, 2 minutes, Collinsville has kept the ball in the offensive zone, if not just hanging out at midfield with it.
Yeah. Collinsville started pretty shaky. You know, you had the giveaway right out of the chute with Compton, but since then it's been pretty clean.
There is Mahat, who will throw the ball in right underneath our location. Wade checks back into the game as Hammond goes to the bench. Throw in, up the sideline, kicked right back out of bounds. Mahat throws it in again, finds Wade. Wade up the near sideline. Nice move to get past one defender and gets a nice block from one of his guys. And then here is Reiniger in front. He'll send it over to Peterson, and Peterson never made it to him, but he goes down and tracks it down anyways, does Trey. Trey turns the corner over on the far sideline. He's good at that. He'll get rid of his defender better than anyone will with that speed. And then a bouncing ball sent in and a one-hopper right to Aiden Hancock, the senior goalkeeper for Moline. Takes care of it, and he'll send it back out into the nighttime sky. Out to midfield it goes. Collinsville trying to work it up again. They can't. That ball goes out of bounds. Sanchez has been Moline's head coach since 1996. Can you believe
insane.
that? I know. It's only the sixth head coach they've had since 1984.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive run.
It is. Over on the far side, Collinsville dangerous again. In their offensive zone here. Oh, he got pushed down right outside the box.
That's going to be outside. He's not calling it.
No, he's not. And
he's not calling it.
The guy on the other side raised the flag. Wow. That's just crazy.
I understand waving off the first one that happened just right before it, but the second one was clearly a foul.
Here's Lorsbach. He'll send it over to the far sideline, and Trey Peterson will keep it in with a nice header in front of his own bench, but they're going to call it out. Was Peterson standing out of bounds?
I couldn't. I don't have my binoculars out.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you would figure that the referee, the line referee over on the far side, when he throws up that flag, the main referee ought to take into consideration that that's my guy, and he saw something.
Yep, and he's closer.
He is. Here's a little lob pass that was trying to find Wade in the front of the box. It didn't. Crowder trying to track it down. He almost got there, but holding ground was Dikpe, and he moves the ball up to Lopez. Lopez sends the ball up and finds Acosta. Acosta sends the ball into the middle but didn't have enough juice on it, and Ja never could turn around in time to get that one. Now here's Crowder, and he won't get there, will he? Nope, out of bounds. Nice try, Jimmy. Nice try. Nice crowd gathered on hand here, though, for this one. Mostly Collinsville fans.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, Moline's got a home football playoff game tonight. Here is a move on the outside and a shot, and that one goes right past Carroll, right past the near side post and out of bounds.
Aiden Hensler got beat on that right side. I'm not sure he saw that winger for Moline sneak behind him when he stepped into that play. Ball was slotted right behind him. That was a scary opportunity.
Yeah. Got a message here from Diane Miller for you.
Yeah, what's Diane got to say?
Says, hey, Brett, we were at that cold game. Christy was the manager.
Ah, yeah. It was so cold.
Yeah.
It was so cold, Todd. They actually had heated benches.
Really?
They had, yeah. They had like a giant heater at the end of the bench, and they had like tarps on each side that would funnel the heat to keep that bench warm.
Probably needed something to keep the soccer balls warm, man. It'd be like hitting a brick.
Yeah.
Here is Lorsbach up to midfield, sends it back to Compton. Compton on defense. Alex lead 1-0 on a goal by Jalen Wade. About 13 minutes into this game. That's where we stand right now, 1-0. Here is Crowder. Crowder will send it right underneath our location to Mahat. Mahat will send it up to Reiniger and back over to Crowder. A little tic-tac-toe movement going on there by Collinsville. Here is Garofalo. Garofalo sends it in the middle of Reiniger. Reiniger gets past one defender, tries to get past two now with ball movement, and he almost got away with it. Back to Mahat. Mahat, he can kick one from there, and he does so, and a low shot that hit the fingertips and then the knee of Aiden Hancock.
It was actually a well-struck ball. And I know Landon well enough that was intentional, hoping to get the skipper there.
Well, there sure is a lot of yelling going on out there.
Yeah, somebody didn't like to push to the back there.
Here is Lorsbach. Lorsbach will shove the ball up for Mahat. And Mahat sends the ball over to this side for Crowder. Crowder trying to get around Dick Pay and does so and sends the ball back over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach downfield, had the ball go off of the head of Norton for Moline. Now at midfield, it is Gomez. Sends it to midfield.
That's a good player.
Bodie better be.
That's a good player.
Better beware of the tugging and the shoving, as Gomez, he doesn't mess around. He scored the goal against Manuka, and that one goes into the side of the net off the foot of Dick Pay. I believe that Diego Gomez probably could have shot that himself, and then he brings it over here in a perfect chance for Ja, and Ja didn't even shoot it.
That was 14's Gallegos, right?
Gallegos, yeah.
Gallegos. That guy just showed me right there in that one sequence that he's going to be a player, and Collinsville better be ready to defend him.
Peril sends the ball out. 14.5 minutes to go in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Mahat. He'll send it back in. It'll get rejected and comes back over into the Collinsville defensive area. Now at midfield, loose ball. Trying to pick it up is Gomez. He'll send it back to his defense. And the defense has a line of 4 back there, while Collinsville has a back defensive line of 3. This one's picked up by Peril, and he'll move it on over, and then he'll send it on out. Back out to midfield we go. Comes down. Wade trying to settle it down, and it goes right into the Kahawks bench. Collinsville will have a throw in. Trey Peterson. He'll handle that responsibility in front of his teammates. And he'll throw it and get it right back. Gives it over to Reiniger, and Reiniger up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to thread the needle over to Wade, but couldn't do that. Comes back out to midfield and back to Dane Compton. Compton sends the ball up to the midfield circle to Mahat. Mahat with a nice move. Boy, I don't know what do you press X and the diamond on there to get that spin move on the PlayStation controller? Something like that.
That's called the Maradona.
Man, you ain't
kidding. And Landon's deployed that skill all year long. He'll pull that move every once in a while.
Here's Mahat once again. He'll send the ball over to Crowder. Crowder, he'll just send one up to the front of the box off of a head and down, and then it's going to roll over, and the Maroons, I was going to say, they're going to have to get there before it goes over the end line, or that'll be a corner kick. And the ball, I thought that went out of bounds.
Looks like it did. We got a throw.
Okay. But there was a guy over there waiting to come in who put the ball back in play. I wasn't really sure about that. That's out of bounds, and it'll belong to Moline.
Did you hear the crowd's response on Mahat's move there?
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Over in front of the Kahawk bench is where play takes place. Comes out to midfield, popped up, and Dick Pay, and along with...
That was shoulder. That was shoulder, not hands.
Along with Mahat trying to wrestle that ball away, and now trying to get around Bodie is Gallegos. And Gallegos still trying to get around Bodie, and now he tries to get around Lorsbach. Lorsbach almost got his feet tangled up. Now a miss hit. Comes right in front, and Collinsville trying to get it out of there. Popped up once again, and then Mahat sends it a little bit farther out of the way, but not enough for my comfort. Here is Gomez, and he'll pop the ball up. And Dick Pay trying to get there first. In front. No good of a shot there. I'll tell you what, Lorsbach, he got a foot on that ball just in time.
Yeah, he did. Bryson Bodie is going to have
his hands
having
full.
hands
He
full with
is.
Gallegos. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a formation change to look at, how to clog this middle up with Gallegos in the middle, but the kid's a good player.
Off of the head, and then off of the head of Gallegos once again. Comes down, and Bodie will just tap it back to Peril. Peril will send it back out to midfield on a low line drive. Gets right past Garofalo. Wade trying to track it down. He can't. Comes out to midfield for Mahat. Mahat oversteps it, and then it comes out to Bodie. Bodie sends the ball up to Crowder. Crowder trying to work himself around Norton. He does so with a little pass, and then it comes right back out to Mahat. Mahat, he'll send it on over for Peterson.
Great vision.
Peterson splits the defense, trying to find Wade, but Wade was already committed and started making his move toward the front of the box. Now another chance here for Gallegos. He breaks in on the left wing. Here comes Compton in front of him. Compton steps, can't do it, and then it's blocked out of bounds by Jackson Peril at the last moment.
Wow. That's 2 times now. Aiden struggled over there on that right side. Aiden did a great job on his recovery run, but, man, that was a dangerous opportunity.
Sure was.
Jackson Peril doing all he could to come out and cut that angle down, make that goal a little bit smaller.
Compton got over there just in time to make things a little harder for Gallegos, or else he would have had an easy shot.
Yeah.
So here's a corner kick for Moline. It's their second one of the night. Third one, excuse me. One of them ended up being a pass. And all of them from this same corner. That one's in the up, and a nice job by Peril. Jumped up there and got it, and then no rebound. Peril sends the ball back out, trying to spring his offense. It's off of the head of Isaiah Ruiz and back off of the backside of Collinsville's.
There you go, Sammy.
Over to Reiniger. Reiniger comes up the right side, puts a shot on goal, and it's right into the hands of Hancock.
That's all right. I feel like Moline's starting to get their confidence built back up after that goal. They're starting to put things together and be a little bit more attacking and getting more opportunities.
There is Mahat over to Crowder. Crowder over here on this near side sideline. Looks around, surveys things, sends the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to break around his defender, and that defender would be Norton, and Norton sends the ball out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was off of Garofalo?
That's what they're saying.
Well, that one's off of the head of Mahat, right back to Garofalo. So we'll keep it down in the offensive zone, but Mahat didn't have enough height to get up to that one. Here's Crowder. Crowder over on the sideline, brings it on up. He'll get shoved from behind by Dickpay, and that ball will get sent up and then back out of bounds. Collinsville will have another throw in. Here is Mahat. He'll throw the ball down to Lorsbach. Lorsbach will send the ball back over to midfield for Bodie. Bodie has a little bit of room and has some time. He'll send it over to Hensler. Aiden will send the ball back over this way for Lorsbach. Alex, he looks things over, and he'll send it over here to Crowder once again. Crowder stops the ball right before it goes out of bounds over to Mahat. Mahat at midfield sends the ball into the middle once again for Bodie. Bodie, he'll send it on up, and Trey Peterson trying to track it down before it goes out of bounds. He gets there, and now trying to find some room to penetrate over there on that right wing, and it's going to be a corner kick for Collinsville, their first one of the night.
I want to talk about Jimmy Crowder real quick. For as big as Jimmy is, he's tall and lanky. He is so good in tight space, and he shows it on this sideline every day. What he's able to do to just keep that ball in bounds, navigate that tight space. What a player.
We'll see if Collinsville is going to take a true corner kick here. If they're going to pass it, they'll take a true corner kick, but it bounces in front. And then there was nobody there wearing the purple, but it comes back out. And a shot on goal, and just a little bit high off the foot of Bodie. The continuing education on Moline here. They just won their 11th regional championship. Last one was in 2019. 2 times they have been sectional champs, 1996 and in 2003. And they took their team to state in 2003 with a 24-4 record. Lost in the quarterfinals. Only other trip to state in program history was in 1988 under Jim Sprenger. He went 22-1 that year. Took third place, beat Brother Rice 2-0 in the quarterfinals before losing the semifinals 2-1 to Naperville Central. Here's Collinsville trying to work the ball back up. It's Crowder. As far as I can tell, these two schools have never met in postseason play before. So always nice to face somebody new, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember the year we went up to where
did not go out of bounds.
Where did we go? We went up there to play Mount Carmel. Is that Bloomington? Here's Collinsville with another dangerous opportunity. Reiniger Just tried to get there, couldn't do it. Sends it back over to Peterson. Peterson, he gets around his defender, makes that turn again, centers one, and there was Wade there, but getting his foot on the ball was Chris Lopez first. And now almost a stumble down by Mahat will send Moline back almost on a little bit of a break there, but that ball never made it to anyone wearing the white. Here is Garofalo again. Sends it up to Wade. Wade trying to get around one defender again and couldn't do so. Now does. And then it's sent out of bounds. So Collinsville will, definitely. Here is Jimmy Crowder. He'll throw this ball in just outside the 18-yard box, but not before we have a substitution for Collinsville, as Adam Reiniger will go to the bench and get a break, and they'll send Justin Hammond back out. As we await the throw-in coming up here from Crowder. Crowder throws it in. Garofalo pops it straight up. Comes down right in front of goal.
That goalie needs to own that. That's that goalie's ball right there.
And it comes back out, and Trey Peterson again will make a move over on the far sideline. He'll kick the ball around his defender, put one in the middle. It's denied by the defense for the Maroons and sent back out to midfield. Compton sends the ball over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach sends the ball over to Hensler. Hensler sends the ball up the sideline right to midfield and to Trey Peterson. 5.5 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And another nice move, and here is Wade. Wade in the box, and a nice job there on the defense for Moline to send that ball across that far sideline.
So to me, it looks like Moline has dropped 6 or 7 back, and you have a serious or a very large gap between their, what you would call their midfielder and their forwards, but they're dropping 7 deep just to defend this Collinsville offense.
They'll send it up to midfield, and that ball is picked off by Mahat. Yeah, I noticed they got large numbers back there on the defensive line.
Yep.
They have a steady 4-man line on the back line, but then most of the midfielders stay back there with them as well.
Yep. And that's why Collinsville's been able to kind of dominate that middle of the field thus far.
And at midfield, Collinsville takes over again. Here is Bodie. Sends it over this way for Crowder, but Crowder's not going to get there. So a throw in coming up here for Chris Lopez. Lopez throws the ball down for Gomez, and back to Lopez it goes. And he and Gomez and Lopez will play catch for a little while, and they'll let Norton in on the fun for a little bit. That ball bounces over the head of Gallegos, and then Gallegos takes control, tries to get around Bodie, does so with a pass over here to Dickpay, and Dickpay couldn't control it, goes out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw-in, and it'll be Alex Lorsbach who will take care of this one. 4 minutes to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. There is Hugo Gonzalez coming in for Jalen Wade. Usually we don't see Gonzalez come in until late in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to maybe save some legs here this time around, huh?
I guess so.
Here is Lorsbach trying to settle the ball down. He does so, and Hensler will send the ball all the way back into the defense of the Moline Maroons. Thought for a minute there that young Mr. Hugo Gonzalez was going to get away with one and come around out that right side all by himself.
Sure looked like it. If he could have came out with that ball, yeah.
This one's popped up, still inside the box, off of the head of Garofalo, and then finally sent back out to midfield. And there is Lorsbach waiting for it. He sends it up to Mahat. Mahat sends the ball up to Garofalo, and Garofalo couldn't quite reach it. And it comes back out to midfield, and Bodie takes over. All the way over to Peterson. Peterson, sideline, works the ball up but out of bounds. You know, Jackson Perrell only had to make 4 saves in that game against O'Fallon.
Yeah.
Seems like more, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Most of them were tough.
Yeah, they were definitely balls in the air, too. With his height, he's able to get up and get those.
Yeah. You know, both of these teams come in averaging the same amount of goals scored per game at 2.9 each. So on the defensive side, that Collinsville holds the edge. Collinsville still not giving up a goal a game at 0.8, and Moline giving up 1.5 goals per game on average. So advantage Collinsville there. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. We are down to the final 2 minutes and 10 seconds here in this first half. A goal 13 minutes in by Jalen Wade has made the difference thus far. Here's a ball popped up. Back out past midfield, and Lorsbach will let it go out of bounds. Last touched by Moline, so Alex will throw the ball in, and he does so, and it's sent right back to where it came from, off the foot of Norton. And now toward midfield, Bodie and Hensler. Hensler will just pop it up over the defense's head, and 3 defenders chasing it down. Hugo Gonzalez is the only one wearing purple. And that ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a Collinsville throw-in again. This time from the far sideline. Into Garofalo. Sends it back over to Peterson. Peterson gets knocked off the ball. Garofalo trying to come back up to help. He can't. And Moline takes over at midfield. Maroons come up. Send it over this way for Dick Pay, but it goes around him, and Lorsbach will settle it down and send it right back to Jackson Perrell. Perrell, he'll send it back out to midfield. Takes a hop and then goes right past Garofalo, and there's 5 people wearing white jerseys back there waiting for it.
Just packing it in.
They are. Here is the only guy not playing defense tonight, and that's Isaiah Gallegos. He gets the ball over to his teammate as we are under a minute to go here in this first half. Back over to Gallegos. Gallegos, he gets that one taken care of by Bodie. Bodie wins that one.
Offside.
That one's going to be offside, so Garofalo stops his forward progress, and they'll let the ball just roll on in to Hancock. Hancock sends the ball back out, but a nice stop by Justin Hammond keeps the ball down in the offensive zone. Moline, they'll bring the ball up with 30 seconds left to go. Now at midfield, that is Saeed Ja. Ja sends the ball back to his defense once again across the midfield stripe. 20 seconds left to play here in the first half. Hensler sends the ball back over to the defense, and it is Garofalo who got there first. He'll send the ball up. Now Crowder just waiting for gravity to do its thing. In the meanwhile, coming from behind was Chris Lopez. He just ran right into Jimmy Crowder.
Jumped right over his back.
Sure did.
Hey, slow down, Landon. We're not in a hurry at this point.
Yeah, well, they only have a few seconds left, so I guess he was for a little bit. Anyway, after one half of play, 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. We'll be back to recap the first half and bring you the second half here in just a little bit, and we'll do that in a moment on the Kahok Sports
Brady
Network.
Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list.
From framing drywall, painting, and stairwork inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Very wet and rainy night. Rain picked up again right when we just about before we hit halftime. Collinsville leads this one 1-0 on a goal scored by Jalen Wade 13 minutes in to this contest. And Mr. Borm, your thoughts on the first half?
I think the first half, Collinsville came out a little slow, a little nervous. Got on the board, about 15 minutes into the match. And then I think they settled down. But then I saw Moline start to gain some momentum, about 15 minutes left in the first half, and they have some players. They're showing me that they got some players that can be a real threat offensively.
So the Kahawks have a 1-0 lead. Winner will move on to Super Sectionals on Tuesday evening from Bloomington High School. Still waiting on a final score between Romeoville and Lockport. As soon as we have that, of course, we will pass it along to you. We do understand that St. Rita is totally in control of their playoff football game, and if Collinsville wins their football game tomorrow, that will be the next opponent. And if St. Rita wins that game and Collinsville wins their game tomorrow, guess what? Collinsville has another home game next week.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. All right, we switch into the field, and here is Trey Peterson throwing the ball in as they attack the goal that's occupied by Aiden Hancock here on the right-hand side. And there's a good defensive play by Moline, and they'll send the ball up and test Collinsville's defense out. Over on the far side, here is Gallegos. Gallegos cuts from the sideline into the middle, sends the ball up and past everyone and right to Jackson Perrell, who scoops the ball up with no problem at all.
That would have been a great ball by Gallegos if that forward would have timed his run a little bit better.
Back out to midfield it goes, just underway here in the second half. Collinsville leads 1-0. Back to Garofalo. Garofalo sends it back to Mahat. Mahat will punch the ball up, and on the far side, Trey Peterson uses his head but sends it the wrong way and goes back into the defense, and the defense will send the ball into the night sky and into the track area over on the far side of the field where the visitors sit during football games. And I'm sure that side will be packed tomorrow as well.
Oh, yeah.
Geneva coming into town.
Do you know, Todd, these bleachers that they added in the back in the end zone,
that's for the student body cheering section.
Are those rentals, or is those going to be here permanently?
I don't know. Well, it's going to be here for the soccer game and the football game tomorrow, that's for sure.
Okay.
They decided to move the student cheering section out of the bleachers because let me tell you what, man, when you have to go to the concession stand, it's hard to get past that section.
Yeah, just a little bit. You almost got to go the back way.
Yeah, there's a slip down by Gomez, and then Gomez takes down, is that Reiniger?
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you.
And that's going
It's going the other way.
It's going the other way.
I asked Coach in the beginning, I'm like, if they do that man mark thing, Reiniger is going to be kissing the ground a little bit more. Yeah, he's used to it.
Yep. He's a tough kid.
Free kick coming up here from Isaiah Ruiz. Ruiz pops the ball high right in front of the box, comes down, and that's a little dangerous, but unable to settle it down over there was Saeed Jad, ends up going off of his foot and over the end line for a goal kick restart here for Collinsville. Last I heard, St. Rita was up on, I can't remember who they're playing, but they were up like 3 touchdowns. Rolling Meadows, 28-0 now. So it looks like St. Rita might be on their way to winning their first round playoff game and await the winner of tomorrow's game between Collinsville and Geneva.
Nice job, Bodie. Gallegos going with a head of steam. Man, that guy is going to be mark my words, he's going to be one to watch the rest of this match.
There is Ja, gets it over to Gallegos, who almost got tripped up, comes back out to midfield, and Jalen Wade takes over. Wade looking for some help, finds it in the form of Mahat. Mahat sends the ball up, but a nice pinch-in play on the defensive side over there by Norton. Keeps everything status quo right at midfield. 36:45 left to play here in the second half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Ball gets past the defense. Wade trying to track it down over there on that far side sideline. He does, and is it out of bounds? And yes, it is out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in here for Moline. Moline just outside of Davenport, Iowa, right across the Mississippi River.
Uh-oh.
Here's a chance for Ja. Ja trying to work himself around Aiden Hensler. Hensler's not giving up any ground. Now Lorsbach and Hensler double-team Ja. And where's the ball going to go? Collinsville comes away with it. Nice job, Lorsbach and Hensler. Comes on up. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger has the ball kicked away from his feet by Norton, but it's in front of the Kahok bench. And, yeah, I was going to say, isn't that ours?
It should be.
Yeah. So the defender there, Norton, he was all ready to throw that ball in for his team, and the line referee over there on that far side said not so fast. Collinsville trying to work the ball up. They can't, but there's going to be another throw in. And it count well. Wait a minute.
What's he got?
I don't know. Well, they're going to reverse directions on us and tell us it was out on Collinsville. So a throw in coming up here for Moline. Throw in comes into Lopez. Lopez sends it over here to this near side sideline for Rumawi. Goes past into the Kahok defense, and Compton will send it back out to midfield. He finds Reiniger. Reiniger chips the ball over to Garofalo, and just missed Wade. And now the ball is a free kick.
Yeah, it's going to be I don't know if that was a handball on Moline or what we had here.
So about 45 yards away. Mahat will take the kick. I've seen him score from here before.
He can if he puts it on goal, but we're going to do this little chippy thing.
Chip it right into the box, and it rolls across the end line, and it'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Kahawks as that went off of one of the Maroon defenders. Mahat will go over and take the corner kick, which will probably be a corner pass. Nope, they're going to kick it. It bends right in front. And in! Oh, boy, what a save there by Hancock. Ball rolls out, and Collinsville trying to chase it down. Garofalo gets a foot on it, and then Norton gets there as well. They'll send it back out to midfield, and chasing it down is Mahat. That was a nice save by Hancock.
Boy, that ball was put on Jay Wade's head, man. That was going in. Great save by the Moline goalkeeper.
Here is Bodie. Bryson Bodie steps up. Gives it up over here for Peterson. Peterson has the ball knocked out of bounds by Rumawi. And now Trey will throw the ball in. He'll find Reiniger. Reiniger trying to pick the ball back up to Peterson. He does so. Nice job keeping it inbounds. And now Garofalo. He'll send it over to Peterson. And then farther up the line, Jalen Wade in a foot race. But getting there first was Colin Ducey. And Ducey sends the ball out of bounds. Kahawks up 1-0. 33.5 minutes to go here in this second half. First half goal came 13 minutes in by Jalen Wade. And another chance there for Reiniger. Now Garofalo gets his back into it. Now Wade trying to chase it down again. Wade sends it over to Trey Peterson. Peterson here on this near sideline. Makes his move. Gets it back over. Man, scared me. Gets it back over, and we'll come back out here for Ja. Ja sends the ball up. And looking for a little help. He does so. He finds it in the form of Gallegos. Gallegos, he's double teamed by Mahat and Bodie, and then Bodie backs off a little bit, and they'll let Gallegos take the ball all the way over to the far side, and Norton. And I want you to know what that sounds like, dude, when you do that, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Just making sure you know what that sounds like. It scared me, dude. I'm like over here paying attention to everything going on over here by the scoreboard. I had no idea what you were up to.
No, that door was left open over there.
Gotcha.
Trying to help you out.
I know, man. I hear you. I don't like cold weather. Here is Wade. Wade, who has the goal already in this game, sends it up, and it's going to go across the end line. And trying to chase it down was Adam Reiniger, but it went way past him, and he couldn't catch up in time.
But that rain's coming down much steadier now, much steadier pace.
Yeah, they said we were going to get a little burst of rain here between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and here it is. I just hope it's finished by the time we're out of here so I can haul my stuff back to my car without it getting wet. Back to Wade. Jalen to Garofalo. And Garofalo steps into his defenseman. That defenseman then takes over and off of Garofalo's legs and out of bounds. Is my premonition going to come true? What did I text you earlier today? I said, this has all the makings of a 1-0 game.
You sure did. Yep. I had to think about that for a minute. A lot of text messages today.
Here is Crowder. Sends the ball over, and Crowder gets it back. Collinsville playing a little back and forth in their own defensive zone. They'll send the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo sends the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger at midfield. And that ball almost went out of bounds, and now a foot race as Jalen Wade trying to take it away from Isaiah Ruiz. Ruiz over there on that far side corner, and that ball stays in bound. It sure did. And then back out here to Trey Peterson. Peterson chips it around his defender, now tries to chase it back down. He can't. And then it comes back over here for Rumali. All the way up to Gomez. Gomez over here now for Ja. Saeed Ja cuts across the middle, but has it intercepted by Crowder. Crowder moves the ball up to Peterson. Peterson up the sideline. Kicks the ball over for Reiniger, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. And Collinsville will have a throw in.
I don't know if Trey got shoved there out of bounds or if he tripped up over himself, over his own feet.
30 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in this second half. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger in the top 30 in goals scored and game-winning goals in the entire St. Louis area. There's Compton. He'll send the ball on over for fellow defenseman Lorsbach. Into the middle it goes. Bodie sends it up. Over here for Peterson. Peterson trying to once again get around Romali. He does so with a pass to Wade. Wade in front of the box sends it over on the far side for Crowder. Crowder will pop one high, and it's headed out. And Collinsville had a chance there, but didn't have any bodies up front.
It's a great serve by Jimmy Crowder, but nobody's in the mixer there to try and put one home.
Lorsbach will send it back into the fray. Over on the far side, Crowder once again. Crowder cuts it into the middle for Garofalo. Garofalo back to Reiniger, and Reiniger looks and will find Mahat. Mahat right in the middle of the field, lost control of the ball, and that ball is sent over to the sideline. And a nice job to keep it in by Saeed Ja. And then that ball comes up the line. Collinsville takes care of it again. Off of a head and right out into the middle. Sent away into the midfield circle area. Tracking it down is Bodie. He'll send it back to Lorsbach on defense. Lorsbach sends it up the sideline for Crowder, but couldn't find Crowder.
How's that ours?
I don't know. I have no idea.
This just looked like Alex played it out of bounds unless I missed something.
There are certain things you can't see from 75 yards away, and that's one of them, I guess. I don't know. Trying to track it down is Reiniger. He does. Keeps it across from going across the line. Now he gets tackled, and that ball is going to belong to Collinsville. And the Kahawks send it back in quickly.
Got Trey Peterson standing out here all by himself.
Yeah. Now the ball's out of bounds by Collinsville, so it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Moline. 28.5 minutes to go. Collinsville leads 1-0. Here is Bodie on a nice steal up to Wade, but he couldn't get there before the defense does. And now back out to midfield for Mahat. Mahat sends the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger back to the defense, and Bryson Bodie, midfielder, back to Lorsbach, and then back out to the midfield circle. Mahat looking for somewhere to go with it. He tried left, tried right, then went back over to the far side. There is a pass over to Wade. Wade gets it into the middle for Garofalo.
Ooh.
Back to Wade, and he gets tripped up right
and
outside
he's not
the box.
Calling it again.
Man, I tell you what.
He is so quick to wave those off.
You ain't kidding. It's immediately I saw him do the wave off.
Yeah, he's clearly not wanting this game to be decided by a penalty kick or a free kick like that close to the box.
It's not his job to decide, is it? It's just his job to call the game as he sees it.
You would think.
Yeah. That's the way I would do it if I was a referee, but, that's just me.
It's coming down hard now.
Fans are sticking it out. Umbrellas are popped up everywhere. Rain gear is out. And the Kahok fans are still into it. And into the box it goes, and kicked out of bounds by Lorsbach over on the far side. So it'll be a throw-in for Moline from all the way over on the far side sideline. And back to action. Here is Moline trying to catch Collinsville sleeping, but
Bad
I think
first
Moline
touch.
caught themselves sleeping.
Yeah. Not a good first touch by number 7 on Moline.
That was Chris Lopez, and now unable to hold on to it was Diego Gomez. Collinsville breaks out. They bring it up. They've got some numbers heading in the right direction. Here is Reiniger. He gets away with one off the back of the defenseman, and now back to our defenseman, and Hensler. He'll pop it up in the front of the box, sent right back out. And then Mahat sends it right back to where it came from. Popped up once again, off of one head. Down onto the ground it goes, and over to the far side where it's taken over by Moline. The Maroons will bring it up. They trail 1-0 to the Collinsville Kahawks. Winner of this will move on to the Super Sectional at Bloomington High School on Tuesday, and they will play either Romeoville or Lockport. We believe Lockport won, but we're still waiting on a final score.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Here is a jaw kick out to the middle to Lopez. Lopez launches the ball over on the far side, and into the middle it comes down. And then Collinsville's defense takes over. Here is Hensler. Hensler will send it over here for Peterson. Peterson directing traffic, tries to leave the ball, does so. Nice lead for Adam Reiniger. Reiniger will get there first, and then that ball will go across the end line, and it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville. Immediately comes into Peterson. Peterson sends it right in front of the box to Wade, and
have it, Landon.
Oh. Now, Garofalo settles it down. In front, here is Mahat, and boy, I tell you what, if that ball wouldn't have been that far in front of him, he could have kicked it right away. There is a chance now for Moline. They'll send the ball up to Ja. Ja. He's being watched by Hensler. He gets around Aiden Hensler. Comes in from the side. There's a nice block out by, oh no! That was a ball that went right past Compton, and Perrell couldn't touch it, and it goes in, and that's the first goal that Collinsville has given up here in the postseason.
And that wasn't a good goal.
No.
That was a defensive breakdown here on this right side. Unfortunately, Aiden Hensler gets beat on this, the top of the 18. I thought the play was broken up. So I really thought the play was broken up and it was dead. And then Moline was able to spin that ball back post past Jackson Perrell.
So Ja gets his team on the board. And we are tied 1-1 with 25 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. So there's all kinds of time left. And you have to remember, we're only tied. Now the ball comes back to Collinsville's defense. That was just a miscommunication down there, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Because that guy got past Hensler, and Compton was back there to take care of things, but I don't think Compton was expecting a shot.
I don't either.
And Perrell obviously wasn't, because he just reached out his hand. I don't think it touched his finger at all.
He didn't leave his feet either.
Nope. So 1-1 the game. Each team was allowed their first goal of the playoffs. And there's another shot that's blocked out by the defense, and in front, Garofalo. He'll tick it off to the side for Crowder. Crowder over in front of his own bench sends the ball up for Reiniger, past him. Wade trying to get there. He can't. That one's sent up by Moline. And then back across the midfield line it goes, and back into the defense for Moline. They'll send the ball over this way now for Rumali. Romali sends the ball up to the goal scorer, Saeed Ja. And then off of the backside of Trey Peterson, Collinsville keeps it alive. And then Reiniger gets shoved from behind. No call once again. And then here is Mahat.
Oh,
Sends
nice
the ball
play,
up.
Jay.
And here over to Trey Peterson. Peterson, he tries to come up the right side, but that ball is knocked out of bounds by Ducey. And it'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Kahawks.
All right, so 24 minutes left in this match, and you're going to see the Kahawks really under pressure and under adversity for the first time in these playoffs, Todd.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how they're going to react. They're young, not much playoff experience. Let's see how they do.
Here is Hensler. Back to the defense it goes, over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach sends the ball into the middle for Bodie. Bodie will send the ball over here to this sideline for Trey Peterson. Off of Peterson, he tries to settle it down. He can't. Out of bounds, and Peterson with the throw in immediately for Jalen Wade, but Wade never got to touch it. It goes across the inline, though, off of the legs of Colin Ducey. Collinsville will get a corner kick. Let's see if we can score off a set piece here.
Fans are starting to get a little riled up here, Todd.
5-2 Lockport wins. So Lockport, they will head to Bloomington to take on the winner of this game. Here's a
don't
pass.
like that at all.
And neither do I. Here is another chance for Collinsville off of a head and out the other side.
Okay, so I'll stand corrected. I thought that play was broken up. It was a bad first touch there by Landon to Jimmy, but somehow they weren't able to salvage that play and get that cross off.
Unfortunately, off of a head and out of bounds. 22 and a half minutes to go here in this second half. 1-1 is our score. Class 3A sectional championship on the line. Here is Jalen Wade. Wade all the way over to Peterson. Peterson looks around, sends the ball to Garofalo. Now Garofalo pops it into the box and back over to Peterson. There was a miss hit there. Now it comes out of bounds and another throw. Oh! Well,
we're not marking our men here either. We're leaving these throws wide open, or these players open.
Romale is ready to throw the ball in, and he does so to Ja. And Ja, getting pressured from behind by Peterson, turns around, banks it off the backside of Garofalo. Comes over to Hensler. Hensler sends the ball up the line, but out of bounds off of a leg belonging to Moline. So Peterson with another throw in. Peterson throws it in and trying to find Garofalo, but that never made it to Garofalo. Took all that time to throw the ball in and then missed through it. Here is Gallegos. Gallegos sends the ball up to Ja. Ja gets around Hensler once again, trying to work himself around, and he'll get the ball to Jackson Perrell, and Perrell will send the ball out. I'm telling you what, that Ja's got some good moves too.
Yeah, Ja sure does. He's giving Aiden Hensler just about everything he can handle.
Sure does. Oh, come on, guys. Man, oh, man.
What is going on? I mean, where is the composure that the Kahawks have shown for the last, 17 games?
Hensler was just trying to tip that one back to Jackson Perrell, and Perrell left his post. That one almost rolled in, and Collinsville kept it from going across the end line for a corner kick, but still a throw-in. This deep into the offensive zone. Here is Gallegos, and Gallegos gets taken off the ball by Bodie, and then Bodie will retreat and try it all over again.
Gallegos is flashy. He is a skilled player. He's going to be a factor here in the last 20. Hopefully Bryson Bodie's up to the challenge.
I hear you there. So Jackson Perrell ready for another goal kick restart here as we are about halfway through the second half. We're tied at 1. Out to midfield it goes.
Look at that.
And there is Gallegos. He uses his head and goes over the back of Bodie to do it.
Coach Lugie's wanting a call there, and I think it was a rightfully so that he's asking for it. That was an over-the-back type play.
Yep.
Put Bryson face first into the turf.
Perrell sends it back out again, and again off of a head, and again it goes right back, and here is Ja. Ja on a breakaway, cuts in, shoots, and shoots wide. Man, I tell you what.
Ja is giving Aiden everything he can handle.
I don't know what's going on with my Kahawk team right now, and they're not looking like themselves.
This defense is not holding true to what they've played all year and how they've played all year.
Well, they are not. 1-1. 19 and a half minutes to go here in this second half. Jackson Perrell Waits the whistle for the goal kick restart. There it is. And up to midfield it goes. Blocked back again into the offensive zone for Moline. They have spent a little bit more time in their offensive zone than the Kahawks would like. And now at midfield, Collinsville trying to wrestle the ball away and get something going on here on offense. There's Bodie. Sends it back over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach up that far sideline finds, I believe that's Jimmy Crowder. Crowder trying to race it up. And he's still trying to race it. Turns. Sends it over toward the sideline. And then through the legs and a holding call, I guess.
I don't know what the call was, but Collinsville will take it.
Kahawks are going to get a free kick from just outside the box. They need to slow things down here and wait for everything to get set up.
There's 18 minutes left in this match.
Yep.
Get back to playing a possession-style game with pace. Let's
There's
go.
a shot, and it's blocked out by Hancock.
There it is.
And then a shot and another save by Aiden Hancock. 2 saves in a row by the senior goalkeeper for Moline.
The ball was on a tee for Trey Peterson. If he could have found a corner, that would have been a goal.
There is Crowder. He gets shoved from behind. He gets the ball up to Wade, who gets it back over to Peterson, who gets it back to Crowder. Crowder in the middle and sends it up that far sideline. Trying to race down for it is Lorsbach. Lorsbach can pinch in and play a little offense sometimes too, but that ball ends up going out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. Comes into Reiniger. Reiniger just outside the left side of that 18-yard box, gets double-teamed. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for Garofalo. Garofalo will just throw the ball back to Bodie. Bodie, he'll send the ball back to Lorsbach. Lorsbach back in his defensive position, sends the ball over to this side for Hensler. Aiden Hensler sends it back to Compton. Compton sends it up that far sideline, and stopping it over there is Garofalo. Garofalo brings it into the middle for Crowder. Crowder over there, and a pop-up right in front of the box, but that's headed back out by Ducey. And then it comes all the way back out toward midfield, and Collinsville gets possession back. Here is Bodie up to Jalen Wade, trying to send it back to Bodie, but Bodie had already cut to his right and vacated his lane. And now Moline will send the ball back up. On the far sideline, the Maroons are on the move. They send the ball up to McDowell. And then over on the far side, Collinsville steals it. As Lorsbach is over there, and it's out of bounds, and Alex will have a throw-in. He throws it all the way up the sideline, trying to find Garofalo, and that's kept in right in front of the Kahawk bench. And Gallegos trying to get himself around Crowder. And then a loose ball is sent all the way back here to midfield. Comes over to Lopez. Lopez sends it on back to Romele. And then Collinsville's defense pops the ball back out to midfield. And Crowder pops it up again. Settled down there again by Lopez. Over the head of the defense, and Jackson Perro will roam out to his left and pick that one up in the corner. 16 and a half minutes to go. 1-1 game between Collinsville and Moline.
Moline has definitely woke up, Todd.
That they have.
They have definitely woke up.
Why is my picture on my phone jumping all around all of a sudden?
Go to it, Trey.
Out at midfield. Ball gets away. Sent back down on the offensive side for Collinsville. And there is Lopez. Sends the ball over here to Ja. Ja, who got the tying goal. Has that ball knocked away by Peterson. Comes up to Wade. Wade sends the ball to Reiniger. Reiniger will send it back over here to Peterson. Peterson threads the needle over to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to get around one defenseman, two defensemen, three defensemen. And it's sent back out to Ja once again. Ja being handled over there by Hensler. Comes out to midfield. And Mahat, he'll turn around, send the ball back to Compton. Compton just above the circle out at midfield. Sends it to Bodie, and Bodie will send it back to Lorsbach. 15-20 left to play here in this second half. And we are tied 1-1. Here is Hensler into the midfield circle for Mahat. Mahat has that ball taken off of his feet, and Trey Peterson will have a throw in.
I feel like Moline is definitely dominating the middle part of this field, the middle third of the field. Kahawks are left just standing.
Sent back out to midfield. And then off of a head and down. Trying to settle it down is Crowder. He does so. Gets it over to Bodie. Bodie back to the defense again for Lorsbach. Lorsbach moves the ball up. That spins right into the Moline bench. Now the throw in comes up. Wade trying to track it down. He can't. Moline takes over again. Back to midfield we go. Here is Gallegos. Gallegos and Bodie, they have been wrestling all day long, man.
Which way is this going, though?
I don't know.
It's going against us.
Yeah. Tell you what, there's been a few of those.
Yeah, Gallegos.
Gallegos and Bodie.
Mm-hmm. That's a good player. Bodie's been standing to the challenge so far, but I'm not sure Collinsville's faced a center mid like Gallegos all year long.
Yeah. I don't know why everything's all of a sudden slowing down on my end, man. There's a free kick from way downtown and off of the head of Compton and all the way back out. Popped up. Out to midfield it goes. Oh boy, I can't stand this stuff. Collinsville in the purple, Moline in the white. I have no idea why my live feed is all of a sudden jumpy and freezy. Not a clue. Coming up on 13 minutes to play.
Come on, K-Hawks, let's go.
Here in this second half. What in the world is going on here, man?
Well, with your video?
Yeah. I have no idea. Man. I got a hard line plugged in. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I have no idea why this happens. And I'm sure there's a bunch of really mad K-Hawk fans out there right now trying to watch this game going, what in the world? Now out to Reiniger. Reiniger with a nice ball to, oh, that just went across the line. Just went across the line.
And it has nothing to do with the huddle cam, Todd? Is it just the feed?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, thanks, James. You don't think I noticed this stuff? Man, people can be so cruel. Not a clue.
I guess we got to go to the old school radio voice, huh?
I don't know.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Okay, I just lost my feed too. All right, let me see him.
Oh, Adam Reiniger with a bullet just blocked. Ooh, that's okay. Keep that ball low, playing for that skip. It's a good strike by Adam Reiniger. 11
Key frame
minutes.
frequency for 4 seconds or less. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Key frame frequency.
Here we go, Jimmy. Step one into space and hit, Landon. Peterson over here on the right side. And we got a foul going out. We got a foul going out. K-Hawk fans don't like the call.
No. Video. Frame rate key. What is that?
Oh, this is trouble here. Well
Collinsville
played,
gets
Alex.
it out.
Good composure, Alex Lorsbach.
Stream delay, general. I am really.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
Collinsville trying to come back and retake the lead. 9:46 left to go.
Corner kick.
Corner kick coming up here for Collinsville.
Nope.
Yeah.
We have got to start putting these corner kicks into the box. These short balls, they're picking off every time.
Okay. Still trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to send my guy Glenn a picture of what my computer just said so he can try to figure it out for me so this doesn't happen anymore. I'm trying to figure everything out so things like this don't happen anymore. And it's beyond me. Comes out to midfield. Wade takes over. And they'll send it back out, and it's off of Reiniger. Oh, that's my live one. All right. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what happens. Sometimes I think that things just go wonky with
serve.
Even with connections or Wi-Fi. Here is Wade. Wade on the outside pops it into the front of the box, and it's sent across the inline. That's going to be a corner kick for Collinsville again.
Now let's see what the Kahawks do again. Are they going to play this short ball, or are they going to put it in the box?
I would like to see the regular old corner kick here.
Here we go.
And there it is. It's popped up. Now let's get a head on it. And nope, that was Ja who got a head on it. Comes out. And there's a line drive shot, but if that was a little bit lower, it might have been a little trouble. But Bodie got too much foot underneath the ball.
That's a tough ball to hit, a low bouncing ball. He tried to hit it with a half volley, just over the top.
Everybody's telling me I'm back to normal now. I appreciate everybody, the daughter, the teacher in my classroom, and everybody else who is telling me I'm back to normal now. So thank you, everyone. I don't know why things like that happen, but boy, I tell you what, it doesn't make me very happy when it does.
Technology.
I took a picture of my screen that had a big yellow sign on it saying something about the frame rate key needs to be 4 or less. I have no idea what that is, so I sent it to my IT guy. He knows what that stuff means. I don't.
We need to have an IT guy on site.
I guess so. I don't have that kind of money, Beth. I don't have anybody to keep on payroll like that. 7:20 left to go here in this second half. Collinsville and Moline tied at 1. Here is Trey Peterson. Peterson sends the ball up, trying to find Wade. Wade somehow or another got a leg on it, but it's Ja who takes over. Saeed Ja. He scored the game-tying goal. Uh-oh.
That's a foul. That's going to
be a foul by Compton. Compton's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to have to come in and take Compton's place as Nelson Acosta is still laying on the ground right underneath our location here. And we'll see who the defenseman is going to be brought in here.
It's going to be Hammond. It'll be a short shift, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Hammond will have to come back in and play a little defense. And a free kick coming up here for Moline, right underneath our location. (1-1). 7 minutes left to go here in this second half. Taking this free kick is Isaiah Ruiz, the senior defenseman for Moline. Referee's telling him to move the ball back about 5 more yards. Ruiz waits. Kahok's getting in position. Waiting for the referee's whistle is what he's waiting for. There it is. And the ball, and here it is right to Jackson Perrell. Come on, Kahawks. Let's get this thing finished before we go to overtime. Perrell sends the ball back out to midfield. Goes past Mahat, off of a head of one of the defenders for Moline.
Who's playing center back now? We have
Gallegos.
nobody playing center back.
Here is a shot, and that one rolls right to Perrell off of the foot of Acosta.
Okay, there's a little miscommunication here between Aiden Hensler, Alex Lorsbach. We got Peterson drop back as a wing back to steady out this defense until Compton can get back on.
And he just walked back on. They allowed the substitution after that ball went out of bounds, so Hammond will go off, and Compton will come back in his regular position. We're down to 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in regulation. Up the sideline in front of the Moline bench comes to Wade. Wade.
Yeah,
we got a whistle. Man, we got to throw in when there's a ball still on the field. That doesn't confuse anyone, does it? Out to midfield it goes for Moline. They'll send the ball up. And the midfielder Lopez sends it on up to Ja. Ja trying to work himself around Peterson. Peterson back to chip in a little bit of defensive help here. Up to Mahat. Mahat gets the ball up for Crowder. Crowder does a little stutter step, gets it to Jalen Wade. Wade comes up this near sideline. Has a couple of defensemen come past him. Now he cuts it in the middle. A sliding stop there by Rumali. And then it's taken back over by Moline. Over to Gallegos. Gallegos on the far side, cuts it around into the midfield circle, and then sends the ball up. But there's Alex Lorsbach to intercept. He'll send the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo up the sideline. Brings it around toward the middle, and then gets it up to Wade. Wade kind of got held from behind. No call there. And then we'll try to get it around Bodie. They do. And then over to the sideline it goes, and they'll send it out of bounds. Will Moline off of one of the K-Hawks.
I feel like in the last 10 minutes or so, it looks like Coach Lugie's moved Trey Peterson back to more of a defensive role to help Aiden Hensler out with Ja on this left side.
Yeah, I agree. Here is Ja. Ja trying to work himself around Peterson and Hensler.
Yeah, they're double teaming him now.
And there's Hensler with a step in, trying to keep that ball from going any farther. He does. It spins, goes out of bounds, and a throw in coming up here. What? Man, oh man. They went the other way with it. Comes back in and popped up into the front of the box. Off of Crowder's head and back out to midfield where it stopped. And now settled down. Here is Gomez. And then Garofalo is going to get, well, they're going to call it offside. I don't know. Thought Garofalo was going to get called for a foul there.
It was clearly a foul.
Yeah. I think everybody was looking at the referee who called offside, and nobody saw what Garofalo did. So Jackson Perrell.
Yeah, Moline is definitely, right now, Moline is definitely outplaying the K-Hawks at this point.
Yeah, they've got all the momentum after scoring that goal. They sure do. And now back to the Collinsville defense. Hensler steps in front of the ball and stops it. Sends it up into the midfield circle for Mahat. Mahat circles back over this way and gives to Peterson. Back to Landon. Landon does another one of those nice moves, keeps the ball in his possession, sends it up to Reiniger, who sends it over here to Peterson. Peterson, he'll send the ball up to the outside of the box, trying to spring Jalen Wade. And Wade steps in front of the defender, gets it back, and then Peterson gets tripped up. That's a call. Collinsville will have a free kick from there. So a free kick coming up here from about 25 yards out. It'll be taken by Crowder. I've seen Crowder score benders from here before.
With that left foot, yeah. Let's see what he does.
Here is Crowder. Sends it up. Has been, but didn't get enough. But it's in! An own goal scored by Moline, and number 6 is beside themselves. Jacob Rumale got a foot on that ball, and that ends up sending it over his head of his teammate Hayden Hancock.
Wow.
Oh boy, oh boy.
What a backbreaker that could be for Moline. An own goal, pretty much a ball that's not dangerous, played low in the ground, playing for that skip. And wow, maybe that'll change the momentum.
Man, well, if it doesn't, it better. It should.
Jeez.
Woo, boy, oh boy. I've got to feel bad there for Jacob Rumali. He was, doing the instincts of a soccer player, man. The ball's come on my way. I'm going to reach my foot out. He did. It tipped right off of the end of his toe.
Straight over the
and went
head.
right over Aiden Hancock's head.
Yeah. Boy, put that on the list of things I didn't expect.
No.
Wow.
Man, oh man. Here is Mahat. Mahat sends it up. Here is Jalen Wade.
You got 2 minutes and
Wade.
2.5 mines, boys.
That's all you got to do is play defense. Here is, I'd be sending everybody back. I'm sorry.
I would too.
Here is the man who scored the goal earlier for Moline, and that is Saeed Ja. Ja trying to get his way around Hensler. He can't. Too many purple shirts back there. And now Collinsville just trying to keep the ball from getting any farther down range. They'll send it over to Ja once again. Ja right in front of the box. Collinsville sends it out, but there's a shot by Lopez, and that one's going to go wide, and Jackson Perrell takes care of it with his hands just before McDowell got there.
Jimmy Crowder sliding save there, deflecting that ball. That ball was headed to the net for sure. Jimmy did a great job of sacrificing his body.
1:50 left to play here in this second half. There's a nice ball that gets in the right kind of mode and the roll for Reiniger, and Reiniger sends it back over to Garofalo. Back to Reiniger. Reiniger over on the far sideline. Yeah, I would too.
Kill time in that corner.
Throw in coming up here for Collinsville. They'll throw it into Wade. Wade already inside the box. Tries to get around the defender. Can't. It's popped up. And Crowder uses his head to send it right back down to where it came from. Comes back out to Jimmy. Off of the body of one of the defenders. And now the defender gets a hold of it. They'll send the ball up, but Compton, he'll pop it up right at midfield. Ball bounces around, comes over here to this near side. Trying to track it down is Gomez. He does so. And that ball's out of bounds. Throw in coming up here for Mahat. Now he's going to give way for Peterson.
Slow it down.
1 minute. 1 minute to go here in this second half. Collinsville leads 2-1. Ball thrown down the line. Off of a head. Comes up and off of the body of Gomez. Gomez trying to find Ja once again. Oh, there's a foul that's going to go against Jalen Wade. Wade went right into the back of Gomez, so Moline will have a free kick from midfield. I think he can only stop it on substitutions.
Okay.
From midfield, Isaiah Ruiz. 35 seconds left here in the second half. Ruiz, he's ready to go. He pops it over, and right into the front of the box it goes. It rolls down. Peril comes out and grabs it.
That's it. Now he just needs to hold it, slow it down.
Let everybody get back upfield, especially he's got two Moline Maroons right behind him, so he's not, well, he's going to get it out there anyway.
Yeah, there's no hurry there, Jackson.
That ball is at midfield. There's a nice job by Mahat. And coming out is Aiden Hancock. 5 seconds left. Hancock sends it into the night sky. By the time it lands, this game is over. And Collinsville is heading to the Super Sectionals with a 2-1 win over Moline.
Wow. What a heartbreaker for Moline, but man, what a gutsy win by these Kahawks.
Man, oh man, I did not see the way that this game ended coming up at all. Collinsville wins on an own goal by Moline. Moline's beside themselves. Their players are crushed. They are on the field laying down, hands on heads. They cannot believe that they made the trip down to Collinsville and came away without a win. 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. Let's take a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
And we welcome you into the post-game program brought to you by Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. Since 2012, Cafe Agape has been doing their things, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, 345-CAFE is their number. That's 345-2233. Well, sir, before we get to the post-game show, I want to thank you for hanging out with me all year and being my color guy. It's been fun.
It has been
fun. It's been entertaining.
It has.
It's been heart-wrenching sometimes. It's been gut check here and there, and every once in a while you got to go home and swallow a few Tums after these games.
Oh, absolutely. I have heartburn every night anyway, but this just adds to it. What a game, Todd. I mean, ups and downs for the Kahawks. They start slow. They come back. They get the goal. Come out the second half. Flat again, in my opinion. Moline takes it to them. They get the goal. I thought we were heading to overtime.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was just about ready for it.
It's been fun. These kids, I'm telling you, they're young, but they're good. And let's just hope we can go to Bloomington and get a dub.
Let's move this thing into position and see if we can get, well, we have to move windows. See if we can get some footage of the Kahawks coming off the field. I'll point that over there, and we'll switch cameras. Yeah, lean that back.
Well, pardon me, Todd. I'm going to go celebrate a little bit.
Well, you go right ahead, sir.
I got a kid out there that I'm sure is really happy.
I'm sure that he is, too. Well, thank you very much, sir, and we'll do this again next year.
Absolutely.
All right.
Got a girls' season coming up, too.
Got a girls' season coming up, and who knows, maybe we might be allowed to go to Bloomington and do the game on Tuesday. We're going to work on that.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Brett Borum on the other microphone for us. We appreciate him being up here with us all year long. We're going to take a break. We'll be back hopefully for the pictures that are going to take place in the net down at the other end as your Collinsville Kahawks celebrate getting the trophy handed to them out there at midfield. So we will be back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
There's a look at your Collinsville Kahok Super Sectional Bound. Sectional champions for the second time since 2018 as Collinsville wins this one tonight. 2-1. The guys in the broadcast booth gave that final goal, the game-winning goal, to Jimmy Crowder. Scored with just 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. They say that Jimmy did tip it in. So good job by the Kahoks. There's the family members coming out to congratulate all their kids. And it's a joyous occasion here in Collinsville as your Collinsville Kahawks win this one by a final score of 2-1. We're going to take another break, and we hope to have somebody up here in the broadcast booth to talk to. So another break will be coming your way, and then we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports
Plumbing or
Network.
electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County.
from area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahawk Stadium there as you look at some very happy parents and some very happy players after Collinsville beats Moline tonight by a final score of 2-1. The goal coming late off of Jimmy Crowder. 2:52 left to play in this second half, and Collinsville pulls out the victory. And joining us now on the post-game interview is Jackson Perrell, your senior goalkeeper. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, guy. A lot of adrenaline going after that win. Just happy we picked up the victory.
Yeah, I bet you are, man. So tell me about it from a goalkeeper's perspective, especially playing for this Kahawk team. Your defense is so good that you stand out there for, 80 minutes a game and make maybe 3 or 4 saves?
Yeah, sometimes whenever we're up by a lot, I get a little bored back there, ask them to pass the ball back to me a couple times. But today I was locked in. Defense was doing a great job of not letting them get to me very often, and once they did, I tried my best to make the save. Gave up one unlucky goal. That was a great finish by that guy. But overall, our defense stood their ground very well, just like we planned ahead, and got the job done.
Yeah, Saeed Jah was the one who scored that goal. Did you even get a finger on it, or did you miss it totally?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting him to be able to get a shot off. He had his back turned to me and just flicked it up to himself and just turned and had a nice side volley into side netting.
You didn't even see it coming, did you?
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. All right, so tell me what it's like from your end when you see your team score. Is that like the coolest feeling or what? And you're down there like with nobody to celebrate with.
Yeah, most of the time I just scream and hope that somebody would come back and celebrate with me. But throughout the season, we kind of had some people come back and come up and do a little chest bump with me, like Alex Lorsbach and Dane Compton. They'll come back and celebrate with me.
So tell me what you saw on the first goal by Jalen Wade from all the way down at the end of your field.
I saw Adam Reiniger have a nice through ball, and Jay ran onto it. The goalie came off his line, and he just flipped it up and around him and into the net.
Yeah, what'd you see on the game-winning goal by Crowder?
Crowder, there's about 2 minutes left on the clock, and we were setting up a free kick. Probably was going to be one of our last opportunities to score, and Jimmy teed it up, and it was just a lucky finish. I mean, it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
It does. So tell me, what do you like playing better, man, soccer or baseball?
Oh, man. As of right now, probably soccer because we're right in the midst of the playoff season. But
yeah, I'll talk to you in March, and you might say something different.
Yep, probably.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, go down there and enjoy this with your teammates, and good luck Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And that is Jackson Perrell, your goalkeeper for the Collinsville Kahawks, as they win here tonight by a final score of 2-1. That's going to do it for us here tonight, and we are hoping that we can make that road trip on Tuesday to bring you the super sectional game. But we're going to try, and we'll figure it out, and we'll let you all know by the time Monday rolls around. In any case, we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. We got a big football game going on, too. Geneva comes to town for a football playoff game, only the second one hosted by your Collinsville Kahawks in their program history, and that is set to get underway at 3 o'clock. We're going to be on the air early. We're going on at 2:30 with the pregame coverage of that contest. Big thanks to Jackson Perrell on the pregame show. Big thanks to Coach Lugie on the pregame show. And a big thank you to Brett Borm on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow evening, everybody enjoy the rest of this evening.